Hi, hello, welcome back. My name's Cooper. I have over 15 years of experience as an artist in painting and drawing. And today, I'm going to help you craft your very own artist statement. I'll tell you exactly how to do it. Now, in order to do that, I have to destroy this art piece of mine so I can give you a classic dad walkthrough on the chalkboard. Don't worry, I'm doing it for you. Observe. There, it's gone, just like my 20s. Anyways, I'm gonna do this in one go, because that's all it'll take. At least that's what I keep telling myself. Wait, strike that last. My sound isn't on. Okay, so there are 3 things that every good artist statement needs. Okay, so when we're writing the perfect artist statement, ran out of room, but you get it. There are 3 things you need to do. The first thing is you need to tell us what you do. What kind of artist are you? What do you make? Artists fundamentally are people that make things, and especially things that are non-functional. If you are someone who makes things that are functional, like a chair, if you're a chair person, baby girl, that's craft. And craft people are great, but artists especially are known for making non-functional objects that provide space for meaningful conversations. So you need to tell us, what do you do? In my case, I'm a figurative acrylic painter who makes artwork about living with visual disability. So if you're going to give just a little bit of intro and context to what the artist does, then that's what you need to do. So what you do. And that can mean what you make, what materials. And then once you've done that, the next thing that you want to do is tell us how you do it. So sure, you can tell us you're a photographer, or in my case, a painter. But how do you use your tools in a way that's meaningful for your projects? So in my case, what do I do? Oh yeah, so I use, kind of go over here. I use acrylic figurative paint, and I lean in to painting's ability to warp, distort, zhuzh, abstract, exaggerate, in order to make these emotional tableaus of people, of figures from my life and from my imagination, to create these narrative environments. So, process. This is where you tell us about your process. Because there are many ways to paint, and different kinds of paint, and the same is true for photography and sculpture and so on. So you need to make that clear. So tell us what you do, and then go into more specifics about how you do it and why that's meaningful. And then the last thing you need to do is tell us about, oh, it's not a real word, why. Tell us why it matters. So in my case, I make acrylic figurative paintings about living with disability. I use acrylic paint specifically to create these emotionally charged gestures, these tableaus between figures to create these narratives, because I'm interested in adding to the conversation about how living with visibility gives me a unique point of view to add to conversations about art. And also, I can use the lens of disability to add a new idea to old conversations. So my most recent work is getting into more of an impressionist style. And when you think about impressionism, you're capturing these moments in time. But what does that mean if you're trying to communicate an exact point of view visually from your actual point of view, not just for an aesthetic moment? It's based on real lived experience. So in that sense, that gives the reader, for my statement, a good sense of what the stakes are and why it matters, right? So here's where you can tell us the so what or the significance, or just in general, like why we're interested in our larger project with each piece, right? What we're trying to say with our artwork, what conversations are we trying to contribute to, and how does our way of working, our modality, inform that? So you need to tell us what you do, what kind of maker you are, how you do it, tell us about your process, and then tell us why it matters, why what you make is important. And the last thing that every good statement has is this: you need to be as specific as you can. A lot of bad artist statements begin with, I use my art to express myself. Art is about self-expression. And while that may be true, it's not a very specific way to communicate the exact parts of your practice to your audience. So you want to stay away from vague or general or trite phrases. And you want to lean on specific things. So I make paintings about disability that use the figure to talk about my lived experience as someone who lives in the disability community, right? Like that specificity as to who you are, how you do things, and why you do them, like using specific language, precise language, really is the thing that takes an artist statement from good to great. So, to review, tell us what you do, tell us how you do it, tell us why it matters, and be as specific as you can while you're doing that. And you'll find that your communication about your practice will soar. That's all for this week. Let me know what you think. See you next time.